Greetings, Jiu Jitsu nerds. Oh my gosh, what a day it's been. I don't like how this lighting makes it look like I have a black eye, even though it is just my face. Let's see if this is any better. Okay. What's up, everybody? Anyone see the news? Did anyone watch the first episode of On Borrowed Time? Because if not, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. Literally, we manifested on my live chat. I was like, it's a dream. It would be a dream to have a podcast with Craig, because he said like he would want to have a dating podcast. And then he's like, no, just kidding. I don't want to do a dating podcast. And then instead we're doing a jiu-jitsu one. Would I totally have much rather have done the Alex Jones dating podcast? Yes. But that name was vetoed, as a lot of you guys have pointed out on the Instagram as well. A lot of people have been like, missed opportunity, should have been the Alex Jones podcast. Not as brandable, though. That's the issue. So, all right. What's up, Harps? Harps has some very strong opinions about everything, and I love it. I love that he comes in just ready to bang, ready to let people know his opinions. He commented on my interview with the new general manager of Flow Grappling, and he was just like, I really hope this man is it, but he doesn't seem like it. I'm like, okay, Harps, you let him know. I know we're missing Matt Scaff, our favorite co-host. He usually is available to do this earlier in the day, and I just did not have time today. But yeah, interesting that you think that Chris is chosen over Jay. I think there's a lot of speculation going on in the comment section of the On Borrowed Time first episode. So if you guys have not watched that, this is going to be a complete spoiler to everything. There was an announcement on the Misfits coach for Team Americas. I mean, I guess that was the only reveal that they could have done, because we already know that Coach Ferris is going to be handling the European squad, and Giles Trials, we already knew that. We knew Giles is handling Australasia, but it was officially announced. The Americas coach is coming in, and he is Greg Souders. Let's take a look.
Whoever we select, we would love to come stay at Standard from as soon as you can to work with you as much as possible.
Let me know if
and how soon are you hoping to have your team completely figured out and announced?
As soon as possible. As soon as we're able to pull it all together.
Lips, LOL. Ethan, Joseph, Chen. Oh, sorry, guys.
Prepare for the event. So whoever we select, we would love to come stay at Standard from as soon as you can to the very last minute to work with you as much as possible.
And how soon are you hoping to have your team completely figured out and announced?
As soon as possible. As soon as we're able to pull it all together.
Yeah, so Greg Souders basically saying that he is going to want to make this Misfits team as much of a cohesive team as possible. How this will work, I have no idea. Is he going to be leaning more towards picking people from the United States, since he is from Maryland? Is he going to try to stay with the East Coast guys so that they can be close and like train? And who do you think he should include on the Misfits team? At the end of the episode, we did ask everyone to share their thoughts. And Craig Jones also started off the pod with
a lot into this, despite what my social media looks like. This show's gonna be 100 times better than the previous show. When tickets go on sale, obviously it's gonna sound like a cheap used car salesman, which I am, but it is at the end of Masters Worlds weekend. So remember, the event will follow Masters Worlds. Remember what our sport is. Our sport is a bunch of white, blue, and purple belt, recently divorced guys trying to get back in shape on steroids, fighting to the death. And they do that in Vegas every year at the Masters Worlds. Those people will be wanting to watch CJI. So tickets are probably going to move very fast on this one, just for the sheer fact that our entire fan base of jiu-jitsu will already be in Vegas. And knowing them, like me, would be seeking any excuse to slightly extend that time in Vegas. I will say that. So make sure you pay attention to when we announce the tickets being released, and get on the email list.
Thank you for letting me know. Sounds out. Harp's always got my back. Thank you, Hala. I was just letting you guys know that that was Craig Jones letting you guys know about the tickets. There's going to be some pretty crazy news that will be coming up. And I know a lot of you guys that weren't at CJI 1 feel like you might have missed out. And now that we know CJI 2 is going to have this Royal Rumble kind of vibe to it, I feel like that even attracts the broader audience, because there's a lot of wrestling nerds out there that like that type of ambiance. So let me get this one clip. Oh, I also wanted to share this. One second, guys. Sorry, I got sidetracked when I was like uploading all the files, and there's just so much random stuff. Like,
Gabby Garcia, you're my woman. I'm gonna conk you on the head, throw over my shoulder, and take you to bed.
isn't it just ironic that the other day I said that I wanted to do a dating podcast that would be called Alex Jones Podcast, and now he's with Alex Jones. And then on my live chat, I also said having a podcast with Craig is the dream, and like not even 5 days later, now we have a podcast. I'm so happy about it. I hope you liked the first episode. Part of the bit was like, I'm supposed to be this reporter, serious, and Craig is like the crazy one. But I think next time I'm just gonna like be myself a little bit more. But there was a whole setup in my studio. Let me know if you guys like what could be done to make it better. We have a green screen now, so we're definitely gonna be using that. So yeah, I wanna take a look at some of the reactions that the fans had recently. And I'm gonna get this live chat playing on my computer so I can also see what the hell's going on, because my computer screen is too small. Okay. Okay, so we opened up the episode basically explaining the reason for on borrowed time. We know that Craig loves to go to war zones. We know that he loves to participate in extracurricular activities. And in Perth in particular, he really pushed his limits to the very edge with his one friend, Mitch Mitty, who is part of Oscar and Frank, who is kind of a sponsor and someone who works with CJI. We need Craig Jones to last a long time. Protect him at all costs. More of El Segundo podcast, more of Road to CJI. Those are all 100% necessary needs in the lead up to CJI 2, I think. The production is on point. I cannot wait. We need Hanato too. What do you guys think? What role should Hanato Loranja play at CJI 2? Because last year, him, Gabby Garcia, that was like the best clip or best video ever. Jay's focusing on the gi. Is that the rumor that's going around town? That is definitely going to be a fun one. I saw him training at AOJ. That'd be crazy. I think a lot of people are starting to focus on the gi more. But it's so funny that a lot of people think they know the team for B team. There's metaphorically and physically a lot of substances on Craig's plate this year. I was asking him whether or not he's going to be stressed out, not only putting on CJI 2, but also preparing for Gable Steveson, who is a gold medalist Olympic wrestler. Huge guy. Might just pick him up and slam him on his head. Yay! I'm so happy that you enjoyed the first episode. We have a lot more news coming up in episode 2. And it's literally just going to be so insane, guys. Like, everything's so crazy. My brain honestly kind of hurts. I need to go to Jiu Jitsu and like figure out a way to wind down. You know when you're just like on it? I've been on it recently and it's crazy. A Royal Rumble style format will be exciting. Okay, guys, I want to know your guys' take, because some of the haters, this is what they said about the Royal Rumble format. They're like, yeah, this is entertaining and all, but at the end of the day, I still want to see the best of the world face the best in the world at their weight class. So what is your take on that? Do you think that the quintet style, the potential for seeing crazy weight differences go up against each other isn't a good thing? I feel like that makes it even more spicy, because in jiu-jitsu, one of the biggest reasons we do jiu-jitsu is for that absolute division, to see if the meaning behind jiu-jitsu, the smaller guy can take out a bigger opponent, if that is true. Like, I feel like that's why people like jiu-jitsu, no? Great format and content. Please cook in. Thank you, Pablo. I'm such a good person because I watched Seth's charity thing at the end. If we go back to the analytics and we find out you jujitsu freaking selfish nerds went off of the damn stream before we talked about Fair Fight Foundation and their partnership with the Guardian Project, we're gonna come for you guys. Because last year we gave $650,000 in proceeds, and it's almost like everyone has forgotten about that. What do you think? Do you think anyone gives a crap about all the effort Seth does giving back to charity, or no? The Quintet style is the most entertaining and will appeal to people who have never watched a jits match. I think so too. And I think Craig is definitely the one to know this best because he's been in 3 quintet events. His first one, which you guys have to go back and watch. Oh my gosh, I actually have it downloaded here, but I didn't build out this video as much as I wanted. He got the nastiest knee bar. And I was like, Craig, that knee pop was so audible. It literally sounded like the mic was like right next to his knee. And he literally gave the guy so much time to tap. And he just didn't tap. And I feel like hearing the pop to a knee bar is so much more disturbing than hearing a pop to a heel hook. Am I the only one? I wish I could say I gave I wish I could get a damn job with CJI or Fair Fight. What they are doing is awesome. Hey, there's always room they're just kidding. There isn't always room, but I feel like a lot of people last year almost got hired just because they were doing content. Like that's kind of how I got hired. I was just doing my own YouTube channel, and then now it has blossomed into what this is. I'm so excited, guys. I literally have been nerding out about everything. Like, how is this real? I think Dante Leon would be perfect for the Misfits team. I don't know about that. What's your guys' opinion on Dante Leon being on a Misfits team? I guess that would be under the assumption that Pedigo doesn't have a team. Technically, he's with owns his gym, which is Adamus Jiu Jitsu, but that's like in affiliation with Pedigo. And they have not announced the teams. I want you guys to know that even if you think you've heard of the officially announced teams, don't believe any of it, because there's like a lot of stuff that has to get done in the meantime. And if these teams aren't staying on top of their stuff, they might get replaced. The only things that are official right now is the Misfits, Europe, Americas, and Australasia. And then we have New Wave that was made official. And of course, you know that B team is in there. Have Hinata Laranja in the warm-up area, roasting and starting some shit. I definitely think there has to be some type of way we incorporate Hinato. I thought last year was so funny. All right, let's keep looking at these comments because we are gonna make an official response to a bunch of different funny stuff when it comes to the next episode. And this is gonna be a weekly thing, guys. So exciting. And we're just gonna be pumping so much content out because who knows when those tickets are gonna drop. But when they do, y'all will best be super hype about it because we are putting in a lot of groundbreaking news. Oh, I honestly don't like looking at comments, and if I wasn't having to respond to these in the second episode, I wouldn't do it at all. Souders is going to have a Moneyball team. Moneyball team. Okay, I don't know what that means exactly. Oh my God, this is the comment that made me LOL. What do you guys think of this idea? I have some inside info from a very good source. Wiltsy is going to be the surprise B team edition. After he kills Nikki Ryan and Craig Jones, Wiltsy wildcard B team. Calling it now. I signed an NDA. I can't say that it's official, but that might be the breaking news we break next. Cannot confirm or deny if they'll have a Pedigo submission fighting team. They definitely have a great team that moves the needle, so that would be very exciting if so. Hinato, is this Anthony Horta or is this a different Anthony? Because if Anthony Horta is not in here, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight. Oh my gosh. What's up to the best social media manager out here? Guys, let's look. Okay. This is what I wanted to bring up to you guys. Should have been called the Alex and Jones podcast. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Believe me, I was shut down on this. Pussies. I did not know that Craig actually runs a little bit of the B team account. You would think that this man is too busy to handle any of this stuff, but he's in there. What if we ever get Craig Jones back in the live chat? I think now that we have our own show together, he probably is too cool for my own personal live chat, but you guys can't forget, that's how everything came to be. He hijacked my live chat and was like, Alex, are you going to ADCC versus CJI? And I literally thought it was just some guy being a creep trying to find out where I was going to be that day, disguised as Craig Jones. And it turns out it was him. Oh my God, it's Anthony Horta. What's up, homie? Anthony Horta is helping us run the game. We got plenty of stuff coming up. What are the specific rules? How long are the matches? It should be at least 10 minutes per match. If there is no submission, will competitors be eliminated, or is there a decision winner? Thanks. So the rules is gonna have to be a whole other video that we are going to have to discuss once everybody's contract signed, once we know the teams for sure. And I think not knowing the rules builds a little bit of the suspense, so we're gonna keep it that way. Man, this is the time for Greg Souders. They did not include in the interview that I did with him what I asked about DeAndre Corbet, and he just had the most wholesome answer. And it's just a really special moment when you're a coach and you watch your student get a big payday. And I think he could definitely be in for another one, because if you guys watched the first episode of On Borrowed Time with Craig Jones, you know that DeAndre is one officially locked in on the Misfits team. I feel like the Tackets are a lock for 77 and 88 kilos. Oh my gosh, guys, I have a serious question. So 10 Planet's team got announced a little bit prematurely, right? This is before they knew about the wild card situation, all of that news. Do these 10 Planet guys have a choice if they were offered from a Misfits coach to not be on the 10 Planet team? And maybe not just 10 Planet, maybe all these teams that you would assume would want to be on the team that they represent. Let's just say freaking B team. What if Nicky Rod is like, I want to support my Puerto Rican roots and go on the Misfits team? Would he be allowed to do that? Wouldn't that be crazy? That would be even a crazier plot twist. Okay. Doubtful that would happen, especially with Nicky Rod. Obviously, Nicky Rod's going to be on B team. But let's keep going. He's going to reach out to me to offer to buy the Jeep I won from Gordon. I know he asked in his stories in IG. Yes, email me at... Oh my gosh, what even is this? This is news to me. He's going to reach out to me to offer to buy the Jeep I won from Gordon. Did Gordon give away a different car recently? I'm so behind the times on all these things. I'm also behind the times on that whole Sonny Craig meetup drama. I'm like, what is going on? I didn't even know that Gordon and Sonny broke up. None of my business. But then I saw that post and I was like, what's going on? What is going on? We'll never get a more poetic jiu-jitsu match than Ali Wolski arm barring Sonny, though. Never forget. All right. That's true. Haven't heard much rumblings about the possibility of a Checkmate team, but they're obviously a big team. Yeah, they're honestly so massive. I don't even know. Harp's getting wild out here in the group chat. Typical jiu-jitsu stuff. Okay, are we back on the comments? Okay, can't believe Craig announced Matin, even as the 57 kg for B team. Not sure who that's supposed to be. Work on that blood pressure. The better the blood pressure, the longer the lines. That is some great advice. Can you allow last year attendees priority access to tickets? This thing is gonna sell out record fast. Yo, honestly, if there was a way for us to figure that out, I 100% think that is a smart idea. I think anyone who showed support to CJI1 is getting the love that they deserve. For instance, Lucas Canard, who's the other person I'm blanking on right now? Someone from Australia, Levi. They're already on the Australasia team because they showed support for CJI1. And then also, who was I going to say? PD3. If you guys watched the episode today, Pat Downey is likely to be involved in CJI2. Craig says it's because he started the chant. And then he also added in that he likes to call Pat. Actually, I'm not even going to say what Craig likes to call Pat. Y'all can go watch yourself. I don't want to get canceled by repeating things he says. The names that got beeped. Yo, Harps. Are you like a lip reader or something? There is some debate on who should be on the B team. So let me know in the chat who you guys think should be on the B team. I remember there was a big debate at first. It was like Ethan Carlinston and Owen Jones are going to have to battle it out for that spot. But now that we have the European Misfits team, that probably isn't going to be necessary. Actually, we know that's definitely not going to be necessary because there was some news. There was some news from Craig Jones himself, and he basically just confirmed that, where is it? That 2 spots on the European squad is done. So we know 2 spots are filled, and that is, who can give it to me? I feel like a teacher in class. Anyone? If no one raises their hand, I'm just gonna pick someone. Someone say it in the group chat. So I'll let you guys figure out who is in the European, on the European Misfits team. But that team is like stacking up. Yep, correct. Ding, ding, ding. Gold star. Guys, next time I have to wear my glasses because class is in session, bro. All right. Perth is okay. Sambo guys. Guys with gis that refuse to wear pants. Classic Craig. Oh my gosh. Oh man. It scares me sometimes how on the money Craig Jones is about the people who do train Jiu Jitsu. Recently divorced men who are trying to get back into shape. That is me. That is 100%. Oh my God. Like, personal shots thrown. And like, there's nothing wrong with being a divorced man that's trying to lose weight. So like, not actually shots fired, but it's just funny because it's just so accurate, you know? That's not true at all about the jiu-jitsu audience. Some of us are 40-year-old recently divorced blue belts trying to get back in shape without steroids. All right, Jordan. All right, we see you. He called it perfect in the beginning. CJI2, can't wait. You should make it so if the coach doesn't decide in 10 seconds, then the athlete gets 10 seconds to decide who they want to face. I don't know. I think that's too many moving parts. I think there's already going to be some crazy confusion in the lead up. I think the coach has to be the guy that decides these things. And I think he's going to be influenced by the people he's coaching for sure. That beep had to be Victor Hugo. I don't know about all that, guys. I think y'all might be just following the lead too hard on whoever said it initially. Love how he knows Nicky Rod is going to take off his shirt. Bro cannot keep it on for the life of him. It always ends up off his body. Sounds like somebody wants to have Nicky Rod's bod. Just saying. Still confused on how Gio got the 10p66 slot over Keith Krikorian. Also could have used a wild card in that spot. That's what I'm saying. So like the wild card really like throws things off. I don't know if like 10 Planet is going to rearrange some things, if they're locked in now. Keith Krikorian, he has a big match coming up against Ash Williams at Polaris 32. That's going to be in Swansea, June 28th, the same day as the first day of AIGA coming up. What are you guys excited for that's not CJI coming up? Because there's a lot of things. We got PGF, Polaris, AIGA, so much to enjoy jiu-jitsu-wise. Oh, and then at the end of the month, we also have Adele Fornerino versus Fionn Davis being the first female headliner for a UFC grappling card. So that's super exciting. Okay. Whatever happened to El Segundo podcast? Audio issues. That is honestly what did it for the audio issues for the end of El Segundo podcast. It wasn't Craig's crazy schedule. It was the audio. Uh, let's see. Uncle Hinato Laranja will be back, ladies and germs. He's just polishing his trusty trombone so Gabby Garcia can play it. Trusty trombone? I don't even know what that means. Wait, no Vegas and CJI? CJI 2 is definitely going to be in Vegas. He did mention a little teaser about bringing it to Dubai. I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be crazy. Giles Trials will definitely be very entertaining. I wonder what they're gonna do. They must get like a cool production company that can just put on a nice little stream that we can enjoy and watch all those fighters from down under go to war. Please let me fight Wes Watson for CJI2. I have no idea who that is. Specific rules. I love Craig in a gay way. Understandable. Oh my gosh, guys, what did you guys think about Craig Jones on One Championship being in the background of someone's walkout and laying a fat, juicy kiss on Mitch Mitty? Then he goes to UFC Fight Pass, or no, UFC like pay-per-view and kisses Bradshaw. I don't know if he owns Street X or just like the creator behind Street X. That really pisses off a lot of strongly masculine men. They're like, oh my God, how can you kiss another guy? I'm like, guys, kissing friends is cool. Thumbs up for kissing friends. Okay, let's see. Don't kick animals, man. I'm still having trouble getting excited about this team format. 48, I'm still having trouble trying to read your damn username, brother. Did she say 45 years with AIDS? When did you hear that? I think I said 45 years of age. Oh my God. I mean, I guess talking about his blood results, I can understand why people confuse us talking about AIDS. Craig got a tattoo just to have an excuse not to train for 8 weeks. Also to state his opinion to the haters when he's going down on his latest lady. Oh my God, but that fuck you tattoo is gonna be crazy. And it can also be you fuck when he has a triangle choke or when he crosses his legs. Bro, I asked Anthony Horta about this and he gave me an honest answer. I was like, Anthony, I don't have a chair right now. Does this chair look bad? I hate it so much. And he's like, I mean, I don't hate it, but it does look like an outdoor chair. I'm like, okay, fuck. And so who's this guy? Froggy3496 putting me on blast in the chat over here. Don't forget the almost borderline divorced white belt blue and purple belt men. Biggest joke is the new head coach. I asked Greg Souders how he feels the community will respond to him being the coach for the Americas team. He said, I think it's going to be mixed. And I think we are seeing that is a mixed response. Okay, guys, this guy, he brought up a valid point. One thing we didn't like about Quintet is that there were super teams. For CJI2, we want to find out who the best team is. And then also we have the wild cards. I asked him about the wild cards. I personally, I remember when I first heard about the wild card, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. But now that I'm in it, now that I'm like lost in the CJI2 sauce, I feel like that makes it that much more spicy. I really do. The pink chair is goated now, y'all. You're just gonna have to live with it. All right, guys, I am about to lose my mind and I stopped on the ganja, but today I've been on this frickin' computer all day. I think I might actually need to hit some today. Because you know when your forehead is just like, I can't do anything anymore? That is the state at which I'm at. So I hope you guys liked this first episode of On Borrowed Time with Craig Jones. It was kind of just not a completely last second thing, but a little bit. And I'm just so thankful and so happy. And this is going to be so good. CJI2 is going to be 100 times, and this is Craig's words, better than CJI1, which feels like it's impossible, but it totally is. Let me know in the comments. Did you find someone to split a BJJ Fanatics account with? No. Someone give me access because I'm not going to be able to train nearly as much. The place that I train in Jiu Jitsu in Vegas is a 30-minute drive. And then that's an hour drive both ways. And I just feel like in the lead up to CJI, it's going to get harder and harder for me to train consistently unless I put mats in my garage and have people come here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. We will see you guys next time. And make sure to comment what you think Greg Souders should do with the America's Misfits team or anything else in the comments. But basically, after this live chat ends, make sure you comment something and make sure you hit that like button. Damn, I needed Rodrigo here to remind me to tell people that. Make sure you hit the like button because that really freaking helps get this stuff out to other people who might be interested. So until then, shalom and see you guys next time.